thought this was gonna be a one-on-one thing.
Was.
Down! Down! Now! Slide him!
Oh.
I'm gonna end this right now.
The narrative begins in Miami, Florida, where a team of security personnel storms a building in search of a specific individual. However, as they comb through the premises, they discover it eerily vacant. Unbeknownst to them, they are being observed from a distance, and a sniper swiftly takes out their team leader. A photograph of the elusive target is revealed. The scene then transitions to Isaac, a devoted father, standing before a mirror as he carefully fits his hearing aids. His 4-year-old son, Kai, watches him with wide-eyed curiosity. As Kai's gaze drifts to the bullet scars etched on his father's back, he innocently inquires whether they are marks from battles against villains. Isaac offers a gentle nod, affirming his son's question and adding that his mother, Kira, is still out there confronting the same threats. To reassure Kai, Isaac reminisces about a tender moment from before his son was born. After losing his hearing, he was unable to sense the baby's movements in the womb. In those moments, Kira would invite him to rest his head on her belly, gently tapping his head to communicate that everything was all right, that their child was safe. Later that night, after lovingly tucking Kai into bed, Isaac plays Truly by Lionel Richie, the very song that marked their wedding day. Meanwhile, in another part of Miami, Kira embarks on a mission of her own. Isaac takes Kai to the bank, where the soothing melody of Truly plays softly in the background of their car. As they approach the counter, Isaac becomes engrossed in a heated discussion about unexpected fees, completely unaware that Kai has drifted away from his side. In an instant, chaos erupts as 3 masked robbers burst into the bank. Amid the ensuing panic, Isaac's heart drops when he spots Kai, frozen in fear. One of the robbers raises a gun, and with unwavering calmness, Isaac instructs his son in French to close his eyes and cover his ears. Removing his hearing aids, Isaac channels his training and strikes with ruthless precision, swiftly neutralizing the threat before escaping the scene. Meanwhile, in Mexico, Jack, the newly appointed G7 Secretary General, watches a disturbing news report that casts a shadow over his past leadership of Shadow Force. His unease deepens when his operative, Patrick, delivers alarming news. Kira, codenamed Ombra, has taken down another former agent, leaving only 5 of the original 12 alive. Surveillance footage reveals Isaac, codenamed Sombra, taking decisive action against the bank robbers. In that moment, Jack grasps the painful truth: they didn't abandon the agency, they left to safeguard their son. In a fit of determination, he orders an all-out manhunt and places a staggering $50 million bounty on their heads. Back in Miami, Kira catches sight of the same surveillance footage. Meanwhile, in Spain, Auntie, who works for the Office of Inspector General alongside her partner Unk, diligently monitors Shadow Force's activities. Their mission is resolute: to expose Jack's corruption and bring the truth to light. At the G7 Command Center, Jack stands before the world leaders, strategically portraying Shadow Force as a sanctioned elite unit dedicated to covert operations. He accuses Isaac and Kira of breaching protocol by falling in love and absconding with classified intelligence. To reassure the council of his control, Jack announces that he has doubled the bounty on their heads, delivering a chilling ultimatum: no one escapes from Shadow Force unscathed. Meanwhile, Isaac and Kai make their way to Colombia, trekking deep into the jungle until they reach a secluded cabin. That evening, as they share a quiet dinner, Kai curiously asks why his father removed his hearing aids during the bank incident. Isaac explains that it allows him to focus better, much as Daredevil, his favorite superhero. In a parallel reflection, Kira remembers the pivotal moment when she and Isaac made their life-altering choice. 4 years earlier, when Kai was still a baby, Isaac contemplated surrendering himself to protect their family. But Kira intervened, revealing a painful truth: Jack had once harbored feelings for her. After she rejected him, he retaliated by demoting her and jeopardizing her safety within the unit, making their lives unbearable. It became clear to her that Jack's vendetta was deeply personal. Resolute, she decided to hunt down the Shadow Force agents and dismantle Jack's influence. For Isaac, the mission was even more daunting. His priority was to keep their son safe. In the present, Kira arrives at the cabin, but instead of feeling relief at reuniting with Isaac and Kai, she is engulfed by fury at Isaac for exposing their son's location. The tension escalates as the two engage in a fierce struggle, but their conflict is abruptly interrupted by the soft presence of Kai, who stands quietly observing. Kira drops to her knees before her son, who clutches a toy that brings forth memories of his mother. With tears glistening in her eyes, Kira smiles and reassures him, "I am your mother." In that poignant moment, they embrace, finally united after their harrowing separation. Later, Isaac tucks Kai into bed, and as the boy drifts into sleep, he sleepily asks if Kira will be there in the morning. Isaac tenderly assures him that she will. Downstairs, the air is thick with unresolved tension as Kira and Isaac confront the shadows of their past. Their argument reveals the weight of their choices, and amidst the heated exchange, Kira discloses a chilling truth: Jack has reactivated the unit, and they are once again being hunted. She suggests reaching out to auntie and uncle for assistance. Isaac's skepticism surfaces. He doubts their relatives' ability to fight back due to their strict adherence to the law. In a moment of defiance, Kira challenges him to a shooting match. With effortless precision, she outshines him, teasingly reminding him that she's always been the better shot, her playful jab accompanied by the revelation of a scar he once accidentally gave her. Outside, Kira reveals the armored tactical vehicle she arrived in, signaling that they must prepare for what lies ahead. Meanwhile, auntie and uncle, having tracked their location to Colombia, board a plane. As they fly, auntie scrutinizes footage of a Shadow Force agent who appears to be acting suspiciously mid-conversation. Someone has tipped them off. She suspects a mole within their ranks, but uncle remains unconvinced. Back on the road, Kai requests his favorite song. As Truly plays, he sings along with innocent joy, knowing every word by heart, a fleeting moment of warmth that is suddenly shattered. The sound of approaching motorbikes cuts through the air as danger closes in. An ambush unfolds with ruthless precision. In a desperate attempt to protect her son, Kira swiftly hides Kai in a padded compartment, her heart racing as bullets tear through the car's metal frame. With fierce determination, she returns fire while Isaac wrestles with the steering wheel, swerving wildly to evade their attackers. The vehicle careens off the road and plunges into the depths of a river. Moments later, they emerge, soaked and bruised, yet miraculously alive. Meanwhile, their assailants report back to Jack, relaying that the vehicle is submerged with no signs of life. But Jack, driven by a cold resolve, demands proof of their deaths. In a new safe house, tensions rise as Isaac accuses auntie and uncle of betrayal. Yet Kira stands firm in their defense, lightening the mood with a playful tease about Isaac's nostalgic obsession with their wedding song. Then, in a quiet revelation, she shares a memory from 2 years ago, a fleeting moment at a carnival when she touched his shoulder and Kai's head before slipping away into the night. Isaac smiles knowingly, revealing that he felt her presence then. It had lingered in his heart. Back in Mexico, Jack erupts in fury when his team returns empty-handed, lacking confirmation of Kira's demise. The mole within his ranks delivers unsettling news. Kira, Isaac, and Kai are alive. Enraged and determined, Jack prepares to take matters into his own hands. The following morning, Isaac awakens to find Kira missing. She has reached out to Jack, proposing a meeting on his private island near Cartagena. In her message, she issues a stark warning: if he dares to target her family again, she will expose everything he has hidden. Meanwhile, Isaac confronts auntie and uncle at gunpoint, demanding to know Kira's whereabouts. Just as the tension reaches its peak, Kai innocently asks to play Lionel Richie again, momentarily cutting through the storm of conflict with his youthful innocence. Auntie reassures Isaac that they have remained loyal, explaining that Kira chose to confront Jack alone to shield them from danger. On the island, Kira arrives without any weapons, employing her charm to disarm Jack's suspicions. As she reaches for his firearm, she discovers he is protected by a vest. Undeterred, she fires anyway, but he survives and retaliates by commanding his men to subdue her. When Kira regains consciousness, Jack orders his men to beat her up. Meanwhile, as Isaac changes, he is ambushed and arrested by Jack's henchmen. Soon after, he is brought to the island, his heart sinking at the sight of Kira restrained before him. She expresses her sorrow for leaving him, and he reassures her of his unwavering love. Then comes the shocking betrayal. Auntie and uncle are dragged in, revealing Unc Avery as the mole who sold out his family to Jack. Jack gleefully unveils his sinister plan to resurrect Shadow Force, intending to groom Kai as part of its next generation. In a moment of courage, Kira exposes Jack's past harassment and sabotage following her rejection of his advances. Just then, Patrick and Parker turn against Jack, revealing themselves as undercover agents from the OIG. As they attempt to arrest him, chaos erupts when a rogue operative opens fire. In the ensuing firefight, Isaac and Kira fight back with fierce determination. Patrick is wounded in the crossfire, while Annie pursues Avery and knocks him out cold. Realizing that Jack poses an ongoing threat, Isaac and Kira entrust Kai to Auntie and set off in pursuit of Jack. A high-stakes boat chase ensues until Jack's vessel crashes onto a desolate island. He stumbles into the midst of a wedding celebration, where gunfire breaks out. Isaac confronts the last operative and defeats him. But in the chaos, he doesn't hear Kira calling for him. His hearing aids are off. She spots him and cues him by tapping her shoulder. Just as he activates his hearing aids, the wedding music swells with Truly playing from the speakers. In a moment of desperation, he fires at Jack, who falls dead. 6 months later, it's Kai's birthday, and an atmosphere of joy and peace envelops them. Andy calls Kira with exciting news. She's resigning from her government position to establish a new kind of shadow force built on integrity. She extends an invitation to Kira, who smiles warmly and replies, "Maybe one day." Later, as Isaac rests his head on Kira's lap, she gently taps his head, a tender reminder of their first pregnancy. This gesture hints at a new chapter ahead, filled with hope and the promise of renewal. Thank you for watching. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe for more recaps. Until next time. Have a nice day.